Hey there, Mark Seinfeld.
What the hell? I thought this was the Lowcal podcast.
Oh no! Oh, cornering this. So here we have first Nina Infinity. We're still waiting on the police report and door cam footage because Cordering's been saying not just one person came to his house, like the F-150, but multiple people have come to his house to the point where his wife is terrified to answer the door. They've been getting threatening phone calls. His whole family is under attack. His friends are getting attacked. Blah, 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 blah. He's provided not a single shred of evidence that any of this is going on. Not a police report, not a ring doorbell cam, any of it. And we're still waiting. But what he has provided us evidence of is a guy with a Frieza avatar on Facebook. That's what he's provided us with here, guys. So this fellow is saying, please unalive yourself, Jer. Please die today, Jer. Who manages your account? I hope they die, drop dead, eat shit and die. Dead yet. Now, Jer is crying about this, that he's being harassed and he's being abused and these are death threats. Now, mind you, this isn't a death threat at all. Like, by the way, Jerry, internet meme veteran of 20 years, you ever been in an Xbox Live lobby before? PlayStation Network lobby, Counter-Strike 2 fucking lobby, Modern Warfare 2 lobby, anything like that? You get far worse than this. In fact, just about every YouTube creator that's ever existed, particularly YouTube creators that go into polarizing opinions
Or
like
drama.
politics and drama and try and tell the whole world how it's going to be, receive messages like this. But note that Quartering didn't block this fellow and report this guy. He just screenshotted it and posted it online for sympathy in lieu of any of the actual supposed harassment that he's been getting in real life. This is all he's got. Is some guy
If I
on
post
Facebook
a Twitter post every time I had a DM like this, I'd be posting every 5 minutes.
under a Frieza avatar.
You know what? By the way, this is what
Frieza
avatar. We'll go into it.
This
Look
could
at this.
literally be a fucking sock puppet. You know, this guy just says, brother, you need a break. And he goes, me? I'm chilling. Like, mental illness alert! Mental illness alert! It's not even a threat, by the way. This isn't even an actual threat, let alone an actionable, credible threat.
He uploaded this on the 24th. These are from April 13th, 14th. Where was this posted before? Like, it's bullshit. It's
This is ridiculous, dude. And then it turns out this guy is friends with Jeremy on Facebook. So it could be that Jeremy put this guy up to doing this. It could be this is a sock puppet of Mr. Hambley. It could be that this is some upset fucking liberal or schizo or God fucking knows what. But what this isn't actually is actionable death threats on his life, real harassment that's making him and his wife live in fear. This is an anime avatar talking shit. And if you can't handle this, you need to log the fuck off the internet. Seriously, log the fuck off.
If he's posting this, why isn't he posting the ring door harassment or that one thing?
Exactly.
Where's the email to his wife? Where's the phone call? Where's the
voicemails? Anything.
It's
There's
bullshit.
nothing. So this entire harassment narrative is bullshit. Look, he's friends with this guy. Friends with this guy on Facebook. What the fuck? Okay.
Good morning. Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm gonna send you the next folder.
Yeah, because all the folders have vanished for some fucking reason. I'll read the browser later, maybe. Alright, guys. But this is crazy. When I saw that in the morning, I'm like, I knew it was fake, first of all. And then it's like, this guy is just like, can't even do a day off properly. It's all fucking me.
So now we're having this massive wave of flagging across YouTube. Mikey No More puts out an entire documentary focused on the bull.
Amazing video.
And again, we say we're gonna watch it probably tonight, if not tonight, then Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But as I've said from the beginning with this, you get the most flack when you're right over the target. Every single video that focuses on the bull, Adam Sellers, and Quartering's relationship to his criminal Jew bull, Adam Sellers, gets taken down or age restricted or flagged in some way. Within 20 minutes of this video, the Quartering's bull apocalypse being put out, it was flagged for nudity and sexual content. The timestamp is literally a picture of a cell phone lighting a hallway. So what's going on here is Quartering is having his guys come in, Feezer and the crew, and they're mass reporting for nudity. That's 100% what's going
Well,
on.
Jared Harris's names on Google alerts, and here's what I think happened. Mikey posted this video at 5:40 in the morning. He had just finished streaming. 40 minutes later, I'm about to head to bed. I saw it pop up. I watched the video. I was hanging with Psycho. We watched the video, very funny video. And then I head to bed. I see on Twitter my video was flagged for sexual nudity at 6 in the morning. Jeremy drunk off his ass, got a Google alert. Jeremy Hamley fucking and then he fucking flagged it. And
Absolutely.
that's exactly what happened. Exactly.
So the video got age restricted, and then the appeal was denied. Where is the nudity and sexual content? It's literally just a pair of hands and a blank phone in the timestamp. Can we get an actual human being on this? And this guy goes, you gotta take a shot of Fireball and squint. Mikey goes, those hands probably do look sexy as fuck when you're a gooner who's already drunk by 10 a.m. But it's not just limited to Mikey No More. Coincidentally, all of these people who have been criticizing Quartering and calling him out are getting demonetized or age restricted or their streams taken down. Let's have a look at another example.
And before we continue, I'll apparently the age restriction didn't stop the video's growth. In fact, it sped up the growth because more people are talking about the video now for being flagged. Therefore, more people are watching the video. Nice job, Quartering. You're Smash.
So Smash JT, for whatever reason, gets hit with the exact same lag. Team YouTube, why did my intro that I play every night on my live streams just get flagged for nudity and age restriction? Well, Smash, it wasn't a problem until you ended up picking a battle with some guy who has no flag it for on his side and has called them in. Now, if you show somebody playing the guitar, that's nudity, and it gets age restricted. Thanks, Chair. It's great. It's great. Bearing came out and did a video against the Quartering, his friend of over a decade and close associate. They worked together for years and years and years, and Quartering lied to his face, and I suggest checking out his video because it was a tough video for Bearing to make. Yeah. But he did the right thing. Well, now, Quartering is going after Bearing's wife. Not even Bearing himself. The fucking coward is going after Bearing's wife. So now, his wife gets hit with the inauthentic content demonetization purge. My wife's channel is under attack! So she's doing an appeal today. But what's crazy about her appeal, they won't even let her appeal. They're only giving her like 2 weeks to hit the appeal button. But every time she hits appeal, it doesn't go through. Isn't that crazy?
Very funny, because you know what? I appealed the Worski channel. Now I was able to appeal. It was supposed to be 2 business days, and it's still under review.
Yes, and so is the Keno Casino clip. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Almost like the non-Pajit rep that Jared told us about is real. He's causing... Now, Aiden Paladin, who also coincidentally spoke out very strongly against Jeremy Hambley in the last couple weeks, her channel, Broken Crown, has been hit with the inauthentic content flag.
story. This was so embarrassing for this guy. Like David Cross. Oh my God! I saw this and I wanted to show you guys about how embarrassing this is. Have you seen any reporting about the activists in D.C. Training jurors? Purposeful jury nullification is one of the new weapons being prepared. Well, what they tried to do, see, this is the strategy that they try to do, is they try to occupy the justice system and then constantly defer to the outcomes of the justice system, right? So they're like, okay, well, we're gonna cheat this system, and you have to follow the system. Okay, well, I think I see where this is going, right? And so, yeah, it's embarrassing. It's so fucking embarrassing. I skipped the JRE episodes with LA artists. Yeah, is that David Cross? Yeah, bro. Like, it's been a long time since Arrested Development, bro. Like, he probably still bald though. Yeah, that's why he's wearing a hat. And anyway, let me go back. I'm gonna look at this here. It's just so fucking embarrassing.
You need to be checked. People need to be checked.
They'll be.
Including your little girl.
Okay.
She needs to be checked. I don't know what.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that little bitch with her black friends and trans friends, and not even understanding. She doesn't know.
Wait, she has trans friends in 3rd grade?
Yeah. Trans friends in 3rd grade. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Very normal. Who doesn't?
Okay.
Yeah.
See, they know they're trans in 3rd grade.
Okay.
I knew one of her friends. I knew when he was a girl.
How
but
old?
I think just turned 9.
Oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with them? What the fuck are they doing? Oh my God.
And
Just turned 9.
and is just the coolest kid. I don't, I think they're
Boy,
gonna be
girl or boy?
girl to boy.
Girl or boy?
No.
And she has another very close friend who's not in this school, but who's boy to girl at 3.
A girl
years
or boy,
3 years old, they're trans? You have a trans 3-year-old?
And she has another very close friend who's not in this school, but who's boy to girl at 3.
A girl
years
or boy?
old.
Oh my God. This is jail the parents. Yeah, well, we have to really, like, I mean, this is, I mean, at what point is this not child abuse? Really, well, how is this not just straight up child abuse? Oh my God. Unironic spawn camping? Yeah, I know. I don't understand how. Why are we putting up with this? Why do we put up with this for even a second? This is crazy. Like, and here's the issue with. Well, let me finish the clip, and then I'll go on a big talk about it. There's multiple clips about this. This is like just so embarrassing for him.
And I knew somebody who said to me, actually more than one person who said to me, a woman said, I was what they call a tomboy. If I was
they were trans.
Now, and acted the way I did then, that's what they would have done to me.
Well, nobody's doing this to her.
She's 9. The other one was 3. What do you mean nobody's doing that to her? Are you telling me that 9-year-olds can, 3-year-olds can consent? Of course not. So then somebody's doing it. They're children. Oh my God.
I don't know. I mean,
Literally, nobody is doing this to
how
her.
old?
She is, or he is, either 8 or I think 9.
Okay,
Just
then
turned
somebody is doing something because 8-year-old.
Thank God. Thank you, bro. Like, yes, exactly. 8 and 9-year-olds they don't come to this conclusion. This was somebody that was groomed. Yes, exactly. Then somebody's doing it. Oh my, duh.
9-year-olds
No,
can't
you know what they're doing?
Can't
They're-
do anything on their
No,
own.
they're
Yeah, no, they can.
they're buying them boys' clothes. That doesn't make you trans. This is what's so funny about this, is that buying somebody and wearing a man's clothes doesn't make you a man. If I dress up in a like a giraffe onesie, that doesn't make me a giraffe. Like, this is just common fucking sense. I don't even understand how, like, what the fuck is wrong with these retards? What is wrong with these retards? Like, this is insane.
Well,
And-
they're doing something. They're doing.
Yeah. Sure, yes, you're right.
They're
buying
they're-
them boys'
they're-
clothes.
Yes, they're buying them boy clothes, and
Telling them you're a boy now.
that, yes, bro. Oh my god. These people, as I said, these people are the absolute fucking worst. They are so bad, and they are all like this. And you wore a dress before, and you're still a guy. I know. And Mulan wasn't trans. No, Mulan was not trans. And they can fly too. Thanks for calling it out. Yes, more people. And I think that we are not even remotely as vitriolic and aggressive against these people as we should be. These people are sick freaks that are trying to indoctrinate children into gender ideology that don't even know what puberty is. You're talking about a trans 3-year-old? He needs to get locked up. You're talking about a trans 9-year-old? He needs to get locked up. What are we doing here? Like, the amount of hostility and anger and resentment and, most importantly, consequences for these people, like, this is what you should be getting CPS. Like, I would say, like, this is what I would do. If you are transing your kids and they're, like, before puberty, I would say CPS should take your fucking kids away from you. They should. This is sick. It's absolutely fucking sick that you have people doing this. Oh my god, CPS remove the kids. Yes, exactly. Like, what are we doing even allowing this to happen? Really, like, this is insane. CPS is either allowed to be captured, well then just fire them. Like, it's easy. Doctors need to be charged, yes. Doctors need to be charged, parents need to be charged, accomplices need to be charged. Anybody who's participating in this deliberate perversion and freak, like, problem with children like this, there has to be accountability for it. There has to be accountability. Like, you can't simply win at this issue. You have to completely grind this issue into dust. Nothing left after you're done with this. This is absolute fucking insanity. It is the most pedophilic, perverted, perverse, sick, weird, like, indoctrination that I don't even know what you. I don't know. I don't have any more adjectives to use. Right? It's just very bad. You totally need to destroy this. This doesn't seem like a social experiment. I don't care if it's bad. You can't experiment on kids. Federal law needs to be implemented. Yes, exactly. If there's disagreement with the parents, the one pushing for transing their kids should get more years in jail. Well, the one that's pushing that's not for it. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it's complicated. Where the fuck are the doctors getting generals for 3 and 9-year-olds? I think that it's like clay, right? I mean, it's just, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't want to talk about. Like, I mean, I think that the way they do it is that they take the existing tissue and they change the way that it looks. That's basically it. It's like changing clay from, like, one thing to another, right? I mean, that's I think what happens. Like, I'm not a big expert on this. I think that's what it is. You don't want to know? Yeah.
No, they're not telling them. They're just agreeing with. They're like going,
They're
okay,
agreeing
honey.
with an 8-year-old because
Yeah,
when
that's
is their
right.
Yeah, they're agreeing. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're an 8-year-old. You're right.
when has their judgment ever been off? At 8.
You.
Yes. Exactly. Fucking exactly. Oh my god. So yeah. Oh yeah. Of course they're agreeing with an 8-year-old. What does that mean to you?
No, you knew you weren't gay.
Is this Tobias? It's Tobias. And what we've just learned is that Tobias wasn't a character. He's been a method actor for Tobias his entire life. Jesus Christ.
right?
That's
It's not different.
It's obviously different because so whenever you're 8 or you're 5, you probably don't have any surety of your sexuality. Now, there are people who can look back on it and say, yeah, sure, that's the way that I felt, but you probably don't have the same solidification of it that you do whenever you're a kid. And also, if it's so defined as a child, then why are so many people that are molested as children turning into the molesters and the people that have these other issues, gender issues anyway? Why is this happening? Well, it's because it's not completely defined. Like, in my opinion, I think sexuality is both it is a product of nature and nurture. So I think that somebody's sexuality is pretty much predetermined, but it can be shifted and changed if they are introduced to anything that's very weird or problematic whenever they're kids. Like, I think a great example of this is like, how many people that are like furries, they said like, oh, well, I always thought Lola Bunny was really hot because I watched Space Jam. It's like if you didn't have that, how many of them would still be furries? I think a smaller number of them. I think that a lot of these sexual perversions and sexual inclinations that people have are it's the metaphor I've used. Where's the I don't know if I can find it still. The picture of the tree, right? It's the tree that effectively you have the tree growing in this way. You shift the way the tree grows, and now things are totally different. So this is it. And tell me what wasn't hot. I don't think. Look, guys, having talked about this is so brain dead. How low have we fallen to talk about this madness? I know. It's just sick.
it's different.
No, it isn't.
It's okay. Good luck with President Vance. Because, as I always say to my woke friends, we voted for the same person. You're just why she lost.
I love them, bro. You're totally right. You're completely fucking right. And the thing is that I will never vote for a candidate that can't take a complete and obvious and one-dimensional stance on like pre-puberty kids. It's really that simple. Like, this is just never going to happen. It's sick. Absolutely sick.
And this is a case of that.
Wait, what?
We voted for the same person.
Right.
You're just why she lost. Because America hears this, and they're going to go, Bill's right. 8-year-olds can't really make decisions on their own like this. And that's what most people are going to say. And
That's right. Yeah. Got him. Yeah. It's true.
this is where the Democrats are, with David Cross living in Brooklyn, with Mandami Loving, and this is why we're going to vote for J.D. Vance, and that.
He is completely right. You are absolutely, completely, 100% accurate.
I don't think
That's
it's
America in a nutshell.
I don't.
Doesn't mean I don't love you.
I don't, no. This sick mind can't comprehend it. Yeah, he's too stupid to understand. Well, again, it's not about this. Let me see if I can find. Oh God, this guy seems like a real idiot. And I wish I were as confident with Bill that we'll choose JD over this. I mean, again, I think that what will happen is that all of this talk of like, oh, let's pick another, let's vote for a Democrat person. The moment that a Democrat person starts talking about how many genders there are, the moment they start talking about like, any other of their weird DEI stuff, I think that a lot of that is probably going to go away really fast. And obviously it would be. To be honest, I wouldn't vote for them because of immigration too. Well, yeah, but like, I mean, the difference is that immigration is a theoretical issue. Like, people might perceive, oh yeah, when I was growing up, there weren't as many, Mexicans here, or Asian people, or Indians here. But like, it's not something that you are like. It's not a biological reality that every single individual person intrinsically understands like with something like trans, for example. Like I think that that's the difference is that everybody knows what a man and a woman is. There are a lot of people who are insulated from immigration. And that's the reason why that level of identity politics is so effective. It's because the barrier to entry to that is literally nothing. You don't need to be an expert to understand what a man and a woman is. Everybody gets this. We all understand this. So it's way different than having a 3-year-old trans. Yeah, and I think this is the big difference too, is that I think that these people are throwing the baby out with the bathwater, where they're saying that, okay, well, you're going to have a trans 3-year-old. Okay, well, that's way too far, and a lot of people are just going to be anti-trans, period, after that, because of how deranged that is. It's insane. So, I just want confidence again. Down to, I don't know. A 3-year-old trans, yeah, bro, like that's a CPS situation. Like this is another thing too, is that we should be using CPS to like go against these people. I think that they are like this is what I think is happening. I think that basically, like, why do we see this culture of like trans kids? I think that we see a culture of trans kids because you have a lot of adults that see a social cachet of having a trans kid, and then they want to have that. They talk about it as it's always a positive thing. The kid hears only positive things about being trans, and then the kid, in order to get positive attention from the parents, says that they're trans in order for the parent to like treat them better or to be nicer to them, right? I think that's generally what happens. And I think it's also for attention. I think that's the reason why it's happening with more celebrity parents, is that like parents are, and by the way, this is like overwhelmingly, I think, moms doing it to kids than dads. Like you have people like this, but like I think it's like a 90-10 issue, right? A 10-1 issue, where it's overwhelmingly women that are doing this. But it's not relevant. I mean, anybody doing it should be in trouble. And so what happens, I think, with celebrity parents is that the being trans, I think would probably like it's a new social vector that now now it makes you more interesting to your parent who is a famous celebrity, right? And I think that's kind of the reason why you see this happen so much. There's a proud trend of women trying to turn their boys gay. Well, yeah, of course they are. It's because, and again, like all of this stuff, what is this stuff? It is fundamentally grooming. It is malicious, deliberate grooming of children. Like we're not talking about, again, a 15-year-old. We're not talking about a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old. Like 15, 16, 17, like, it's an open conversation. At that point, you've got a better idea of what your sexuality is. 16 in a lot of places is, like an adult. I mean, again, like I'm not saying that we should do that here, but I think that like, even if you think that, 16 is still too young, you have to understand that, there is a huge difference between even 6 or 15, right? Like 15, 8, and 3 are all on the spectrum of bad, but holy shit, is 8 and 3 a lot worse. Holy shit, that is way worse. Oh my god, right? And so anyway, under 25, I think that as you get older, I think you have opinions like that. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, what is this here? I can pull that one.
Well, I said Democratic Socialist.
I know, but that I know a Democratic Socialist is that Landami, who's a straight up communist.
No,
I mean,
he's not.
okay,
No, he's
okay,
not.
okay. He has someone working.
Bill.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I, he is, first of all. He has someone working for him named Sia Weaver.
Okay.
Have you read about her?
I have not.
See, that means you're in a bubble.
Okay.
Because
he's right. That bitch is crazy. Absolutely fucking nuts.
Should have.
Okay.
Okay,
So
let me tell you
I
who
will.
she is.
Edify me.
She's like one of his top lieutenants. His big issue was the rent's too high.
Mm-hmm.
She's the head of we're gonna
Well,
fix
the
it.
rent's too high because of white people. This is a very important component, right? It's not like the rent's just too high as a result of some sort of bullshit. It's because of white people.
Mm-hmm.
This is like what got him elected. He is not disavowed her, and I could show you all her tweets that she's put out over the last few years in quotes.
Yeah.
And one of them is elect more communists.
That's right.
I know they get to read between the lines if somebody he stands with and by is saying, also her other quotes are like, all home ownership is racist.
There it is.
Well, that's
Even though-
ridiculous.
Exactly.
So then why do you hire her? Why'd that happen?
She's
Yes, I have an issue with that thing that she said. I don't know this woman. I will definitely look her up. I'm a fan of Mamdani's. I'm a fan of, yeah.
Of what? What is the thing that you like? Oh my God! I'll see if there's any more of these here. And Charlie Kirk. Okay, one more.
but like the rank and file Republican I don't think is a racist.
Yeah.
I think you can get them into positions that look racist, but I don't think in their bones they're like what the race kind of what I grew up with. Like a racist was somebody who didn't want to shake a black person's hand.
Yes, I don't think that's a thing.
Well, then what do you?
But I think there is. I mean, I know there is because they say as much. There's a feeling, a sense that. I mean, it's like Charlie Kirk.
So true. So yeah, you know what? Exactly, man.
Stuff that women and black people, or black women especially, are just not. I'm not being an asshole, guys. I'm just saying they don't have the mental.
There was a little more. I read when he died.
They don't have the mental capacity to be taken seriously. But let me listen to an 8-year-old about what their gender is. Oh, jeez, guys. I think I see a problem here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? What the heck? What doesn't make sense?
They, of course, lots of places put his greatest hits, worst hit, of course.
Yeah.
And then somebody else printed something, and this is what always happens with the media. Like I never trust it because you never get the full story. Where like each one was put in with the full context. It was never quite as bad as they said.
Well, context is everything, right?
It is. I'm just saying. It was easy to pull from his quote bed and find stuff that I certainly don't agree with, even in the context. But it wasn't quite what you were saying there.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly. No, exactly. And so Dan says around it. It's crazy. Does this guy say anything of? Oh my.
My name's Pat. This is AJ. D-Bud.
What up, ladies?
That's one half of the Hammer. Cowboys, AP Ton. Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor and at Todd Schmidt. Boys in the back there. Grab Sound Boys. I believe he is a NASCAR driver, but also a YouTuber. Bailey McComas, who has a shattered ankle, explained to me who this lad is. Incredible name. I've had multiple people tell me that we need to link up with him. I've heard he's putting on an event over in Brownsburg, which I used to live next to. There's a drag strip over there that they race, and it's loud. Like Todd Monken talked about the music at practice, and the neighbors asked for him to turn it down, and he said, you need to move. Living in Brownsburg, which I did, this strip, whenever it was operating, very loud, very cool. I've been there before. A lot of booze over there, watching a lot of horsepower kind of showcase. I guess Cletus is putting together an event over there. I would love to say what's up. Would love to chit chat. I think he's a YouTube and racer person. Excited to get his thoughts on G1.
Yeah.
Cletus. Yeah, I'm excited to hear what Cletus has to say about G1 racing. I'm excited about it. It's called the Indy 800 Burnout Rivals. Cletus and Cars at Indy 800, returning May 1st and May 2nd, 2026. Cletus and Cars event details. Let's go ahead and scroll down and let's get some info on this. Burnout Rivals. Can you go over the Burnout Rivals part? Bill just crutched back here. Bill, sit your ass down. On Saturday, May 2nd, fan favorite Cletus and Cars Burnout Rivals will return with both a professional and open competition. Pink slips, maybe go. Maybe in the open. Registration is now open for the professional and open competition portion of the event through Freedom Factory. Entries are $100. Each ride is subject to approval from Freedom Factory before admittance into the event. Each entry includes a burnout vehicle, driver, and tow vehicle. All burnout rival competitors must follow these rules. 1, helmet. 2, neck collar. Need those. 3, fire suit. Okay, so what the fuck is this?
Yeah, so this is incredible. So they pour a dedicated little bit of concrete, and then it's just you can either be an open person that comes in and brings a vehicle, or there's like some professionals that come around and do it. It's incredible. There's just rubber flying everywhere. You can't breathe anything. It's great.
Okay, so they pour.
It's a fresh pad of concrete, like in the middle of the drag strip,
Okay.
so that way they don't mess up the drag strip at all. But then they will also. The one year that I went, they were doing drag pulls. They did bring out some of the rocket cars to do the drag. It's just a great time hanging out at the drag strip.
Okay, so it's a lot of horsepower
Yeah.
on display at the drag strip.
Yeah.
Okay, which I respect. I also appreciate them saying, "Hey, we pour new concrete so you actual people don't get pissed off at us." That's putting out a lot of fires. We have to do that in our world. Are these like nitrous rush cars, like a Nikin, a Subi Impreza in there, or with the carbon fiber hood and the fart bucket on the back?
Sure.
Is he in there like?
It can be anything. So like I saw there was like a guy that had like a Ford F, I think it was like a 650 that he turned into a burnout vehicle. It's also people that just bring in little like Honda Civics that are juiced to the gills just to do burnouts. It's a pretty good time.
Okay, so it's burnout fest, not race. They're not drag stripping against each other. They're burning out against each
They will also do the drags. I don't think you can do open on the drags. I wasn't there while they were doing open on the drags at least. I was just there for Burnout Fest. And then they also do the Freedom, I think it's 800, which is all Crown Vics. And it's a bunch of YouTubers and notable people that actually race an 800-mile thing with Crown Vics.
Are you in there, or is that because of the ankle injury you're not going to be able to do it?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to get on the IR after the South Dakota.
The Indy 800. I'll tell you, I have inhaled some fumes at the Brownsburg track. It's a good time. I don't think I've ever seen somebody have a bad time at this place.
Oh, please.
Young guy, probably
Come on,
mid-20s.
What's your name after?
Yeah,
What is it? Part of it? Monster truck?
What the?
I was gonna say, monster truck is fucking running over the car.
Yeah,
Isn't that great?
Yeah, I went 2 years ago, so this is last year. That's incredible.
This is Cletus's and Friends thing? Is this?
Yeah, it's a 2-year thing. Bruce pulled it up. I think this is the highlights from last year.
Oh, Cletus.
I like what we're doing all of a sudden. I like what we're doing all of a sudden. Indy 800 qualifying time. Oh, they're just going in a tight little circle over there. All right, Cletus, we'd love to chat about it. If you want to come through, come on through. We can race something in here, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
We can race something. Chairs, maybe a little rocking on it.
RC car.
We could maybe Tim Maxey come in here and Tim Allen this thing, maybe put a little rocket tire on top of one of these chairs. You know what I mean? Go down the basement. You know, do the whole fucking thing.
I like Tim Allen, dude. You still bringing?
Oh, yeah.
Never stop. Literally so great. Never stop.
Yeah, Tim Allen can sell out theater in any city he wanted for the rest of his life, I think. So I think he has.
Toy Story 5 just dropped a new trailer to this.
Looks great.
And also, I think.
Hmm.
Nope, now's not the time.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Yeah, now
You're
you're
right.
yeah,
Yeah, hold on to that one.
Yeah, we'll keep that one. Right there. You know, sometimes whenever we're at the super duper sooty events, you like hear stuff from people. And it's like, I don't think I'm supposed to hear it.
Yeah. All the time.
I don't
Big
think.
news about shifting gears. Or?
Great show.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Your friends, tell a friend, something nice about you.
Wednesday.
Where you sit together.
ABC.
Great working.
This is going to be Rand Paul's worst moment. Okay, so we know that this was a psyop, the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting, and it serves two big purposes. First of all, it's for the ballroom. Now, Trump wanted to get a ballroom built, and I believe that it has way more to do with Israel wanting to build that ballroom and the stuff they want to put.
Fuck his wife in private.
They want to put underneath it. But a U.S. federal judge, District Judge Richard Leon, ruled in late March, just a few weeks ago, that the construction of President Trump's $400 million White House ballroom had to stop, must be halted, until Congress explicitly provides the statutory authorization for it.
What's going to be in this ballroom?
So he said that no statute comes close to giving the president the authority he claims to have. He emphasized that the president is a steward of the White House for future generations, not its owner, and major alterations like this require Congress. He granted a preliminary injunction ordering unless and until Congress blesses this project through statutory authorization, construction has to stop. Exceptions. The final order allowed work strictly necessary for safety and security.
There you go.
For example, an underground bunker.
Right. I think Trump spoke about this after the totally real, not staged shooting.
Yes. So now you notice how Trump was very understated at the press conference afterwards, and how all the MAGA chuds on Twitter got the message: make this about the ballroom. Say this is why we need a ballroom. And I don't have it with me, but I tweeted it out before. And it's the same. It's just like the K-Hive was for Kamala Harris.
Yes.
They have the Trump chuds.
Didn't take long.
And they all say the same thing over and over, right? And you notice what they didn't say. They weren't saying this. We got to put lefties in jail. That's what they were saying after Charlie Kirk, right? Well, they're not saying it now. What they're saying now is we need a ballroom. And here's Trump saying it immediately after there's supposedly an attempt on his life. He very casually strolls in, does a press conference immediately, and this is what he said.
Not a particularly secure building. I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's a much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it.
The White House.
So that's the reason, okay? But there's a secondary reason for that reason. And Kurt, watch this guy. He breaks it down. Watch this.
East Wing Ballroom Project, where Donald Trump fired the McCreary architects and replaced them with Shalom Baroness Associates. This ballroom, the one that has the blueprint that looks exactly like Solomon's Temple. And what does Shalom Baroness Associates have experience with? Doing multiple synagogue renovations, renovating temples.
What? Oh, okay.
Remember, America Reads the Bible 2026, a historic call to return to God's Word that literally finished today, where Donald Trump read the Bible. And he specifically read 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verses 11 through 22. So what does 2 Chronicles chapter 7 deal with? The dedication of the temple, where the Lord appears to Solomon after Solomon finished building the temple, and the Lord gave him a vision, saying, when I shut up the heavens so that there is no rain, or command the locusts to devour the land, or send plagues among my people, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sins. This is what Donald Trump read. And so is this a play to get the third temple built?
Kurt?
I wonder. I mean, he did that one kosher ritual with his ear. Then they did a kosher slaughter of Charlie Kirk.
No, talk about that ritual, meaning the
It's
Butler,
Exodus.
Pennsylvania. Tell me about that. The Butler, Pennsylvania attempted assassination, which wasn't. We now know. I know for 100% that Trump was in on it because he closed down the investigation into it.
That's what convinced me when you said it. Until you said it to me, if you recall, you were like, well, why did he close it down? And I have no evidence for that. I know Trump kind of rather do that. Remember, he ran because they tried to kill him. Yeah, he's hiding it.
So talk about how that was a ritual.
Okay, so in the book of Exodus, the servants that left Egypt with Israel to signify that they willingly are servants of Israel, and they're not with the Pharaoh, they put ram's blood on their right ear and their wrist and their ankle. Remember Trump had lost a shoe?
Yeah.
And then he gets up and pumps, yeah, Shabbos Goy. And then Charlie Kirk, who, by the way, where they paved over, it looks like a menorah, but also forms a pentagram or a home plate in baseball. Same thing. And then he was kosher slaughtered. The nefesh has to leave out the neck, so it had to be out of the neck. That's why I doubt they'd risk it with a bullet. That's why I would totally lean towards its advice, because otherwise the ritual ain't right. Okay? Now, why would they be doing cuckoo shit like this? Well, because Chabad, which Jared Kushner's in, and Trump's daughter converted to, and Trump's controlled by, obviously, anybody who read Kabbalah bracelets doing. Remember the Celebrity Center? Yeah, that's like a Scientology thing. So it's Intel. It's an Intel cutout. And there's your control thing. And so they're going through all these mechanisms to trigger. I don't believe that it matters if you put the blood on your right ear or left ear. That's what these psychopaths believe. You've heard about the crazy religious right. Well, they've been serving this cult the whole time. They've been serving this cult. So that's why Christians who want to go kiss the Wailing Wall, you know how it makes no sense? Because they're subordinate to this cult. And the people that are into that are called Noahides. Off the 7 laws of Noah, which is not in the Bible. It's Babylonian Talmud horseshit. And Chabad came up with that because they don't want you converting to Judaism because they're racist. You can be a second-class citizen like Sharia law. You know how you hate Sharia law and you hate Muslims, right? Well, this is their version called Noahide. And that's the plan. Oh, George H.W. Bush signed in Noahide. He did a whole ceremony in '97 with a bunch of Chabad people, too. So this has been in the works for a while.
So what do you think about that kid talking about how he fired the architecture team, hired another one that builds temples?
You have me at Shalom.
He read the part of the Bible about the third temple, and then the architecture drawings for this underground bunker at the ballroom resembled the temple. Do you put all that together?
A lot of architecture does resemble that temple. It's a very popular design. That's what Freemasons are. The temple builders. That's what their club about masonry, right? What I don't understand about it, and I'm sure it's some obscure occult thing. I'll find out though. Is the third temple has to be built in Jerusalem. Now Trump moved the embassy to Jerusalem. That was a big move towards that. But as far as I knew, it has to be built in that specific place. So I don't really understand why the White House would have its own Solomon Temple under the White House. But I'm not a batshit occultist. But I talk to them, so I'll ask.
So the reason why I bring this up and I retell this because I told this in our coverage earlier of the White House correspondent's fake assassination attempt. Exactly what I said. Here is Rand Paul. So the White House puts this out. And the White House says what happened last night is exactly the reason our great military, Secret Service, law enforcement, and for different reasons, every president for the last 150 years have been demanding that a large, safe, and secure ballroom be built on the grounds of the White House.
Have they?
This event, I've never heard anybody else say it, ever.
Never heard anything about Greenland or this.
The event would never have happened with the military top secret ballroom currently under construction at the White House. It cannot be built fast enough. While beautiful, it has every highest level security feature there is. Plus, there are no rooms sitting on top for unsecured people to pour in. And inside the gates of the most secured building in the world, the White House, the ridiculous ballroom lawsuit brought by a woman walking her dog who has absolutely no standing to bring such a suit must be dropped immediately. Nothing should be allowed to interfere with its construction, which is on budget and substantially ahead of schedule. Thank you. Guess what?
I understand this.
So Rand Paul retweets it,
yeah.
And he says, "I'm dropping a bill tomorrow. Let's build the ballroom."
Why don't you start having balls there? That makes sense.
So that's proving my point that this is about the goddamn ballroom, and maybe it's not just about a ballroom. Maybe it's about this shit. Man, there's Rand Paul kissing the frickin' wall.
Yeah, I don't know if ball means bail, like people keep saying. I don't know if that's true, but you have to understand. And I always don't want to think things that whatever, but I got told about Rand Paul quite some time ago. A lot of controlled opposition. There's always going to be one guy who's going to say the right thing, and it's his job to. And then it's very disappointing when you find out, like Matt Taibbi, when you find out they're good until they're not, right?
Like Bernie Sanders is what I would say.
Oh yeah, Bernie, and that's why I believe that Bernie story 100%. He carries himself like a guy that happened to. But why would they? Here's a larger question. Oh, the military's been saying we need it. Then why is it already done? If we give the military, remember he's going to cut the budget. So it's about a little bit more than just something military to me. It sounds like these are cuckoo people, and this has to do with their cuckoo cult.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like to me too. But now you see the mentals come out, and right, because there was no easy way to come to the same result. Many are black-pilled on this platform. Sad.
So why don't you stop using big pharma words and putting me in a mental cage where everything's a pill? How about that?
So then someone says. So somebody named Luminigenous89, which is a total real name, says so. Some poor man would go to jail for life to create a psyop for Trump. What do you think?
He would be controlled. He would be.
What do you think? Do you think MK Ultra ended? What do you think?
I know it didn't because I know Zionists personally.
First of all, Donald Trump, they on purpose bombed a girls' school and killed 180 preteen girls. You don't think these guys with MK Ultra guy? You think they give a shit?
Do you think that technology we're gonna like not use it? I said to Kiriakou on here, and I think he is coming around on it. But remember how he's like, well, they don't do that.
Yeah.
He agree with everything I said on here, except he's like, well, they don't. Why wouldn't they, John?
Let me tell you something. I covered during COVID the head of Pfizer bragging that they have a pill that has a microchip in it that can tell if you took your pill or not, and it will tell. And he goes, look at that kind of cooperate. What did he call it? Coert? He didn't call it compliance. He said, look at that kind of compliance. So when I covered that on Facebook, I knew I was over the target because they had factcheck.org, that fake fact-checking organization, do a hit piece on me saying that I was saying that the COVID vax had microchips in it. I never said that. I just repeated what Boyla said, that they have that technology to put in a pill. So you think they don't have that technology to put it in your brain and make you do whatever the F they want to do? We know for a fact that they can. We already covered it, that they have the technology to monitor you at work to tell us what you're fucking thinking. If you're thinking about work or something else, we covered it here at this channel.
Guess what? It's even worse than that. Okay.
So
now, this one, you can't call me crazy, but I believe it. I just got told it. They also work on parasites, engineering parasites. Do you understand?
Why wouldn't they?
Chip.
They work on viruses.
I knew it was true.
They work on it. They invent the virus and as a bioweapon, and then they invent the vaccine to combat the virus. This is the game they've been doing forever. This isn't new.
The goal is complete and total control. That has always been the goal. That's why they love pyramids so fucking much. That's the architecture of control.
How about?
And their system is set up that way. Do you see how a corporate system? You need to know.
And how quick we forget about? How about the shooting of that Jewish? It was at that Jewish museum, and you saw the guy picking up the shooter's kafia and handing it back to. Do you remember that? They really wanted to make sure that guy. So
how about where I live, they had a shooting. No one brings it up, but he was.
That's right.
He loved Iran.
In
Some
Austin.
black guy.
Yeah.
From Senegal. That's not even a thing.
Yeah.
A Shia Senegal Muslim doesn't exist. And he had property of Allah on his sweatshirt. Just so you know, when black people go into Islam, it's because they're against slavery 9 times out of 10. That's why they got liked it. But whatever. He's obviously one of these program people.
So this is Rand Paul ruining my opinion of him. That's what. Not only that, but this. And so this was 100% why they set this up. This 100% why they set up this fake assassination. And did they sacrifice some guy with MK Ultra? Of course they did. You think they stopped doing MK? You cannot be that naive. Well, maybe you can, or you're paid to be. A lot of people are paid to be that naive. Well, look at this. Was Trump assassination staged? 70% said yes.
So that's why I don't believe these chats coming in saying shit like that. I think this is full court press.
Yeah.
We got to get our shills out to try to gaslight.
This is how they go after Candace Owens for revealing that Erica Kirk is a pathological liar, and everybody in TPUSA are pathological liars and have been caught lying over and over and over again. That's what this is about. They lie about everything. Just like COVID, people are saying the people surrounding Charlie after his assassination, they lied about everything. They lied about his loyalty to Israel. They lied about did Netanyahu call that meeting at the Hamptons. They lied about him being offered money by Netanyahu. They lied about the text messages about I'm gonna kill him. They're gonna kill me. They lied. There wasn't a thing. They lied about everything. Don't get his security detail lied that they weren't allowed to use drones, and then they screwed up because the pastor said we were looking at the drone coverage. I don't know. So they get caught. There's a million things constantly, and that's why they had to go after Candace, and that's why they have to come after us when we're on top of it because they know we're on top. And here let's read some of it. Ready? I'm starting to wonder if there's no psyop ridiculous enough for people to catch on. No, there isn't.
I forgot if women had dicks for 10 years. Do you think that?
How about that? Sillier? This guy said this David and 1611. Whenever they have the numbers and their name, he says, I don't think they set up a wild fake ass assassination plot with a guy willing to throw his life away to hopefully build a ballroom. Good grief, people.
Okay, stupid. It's called MK Ultra.
Again,
Oh wait, no, string of numbers at the end of your name, so it's fake.
that's right. What do you think about the guy at the golf course, at the Trump's golf course, who they claimed was trying to kill him too? You don't think that guy's with MK Ultra?
The guy who should be in prison his whole life shouldn't have even been out.
Should never
He was
been
trying to recruit people for Ukraine
That's right.
for some reason.
It's not about a Triple JC says it's not about a ballroom. It's about a new, updated, upgraded bunker to survive in the Terminator times when the oligarchs let the drones loose on it. So at
Really
least
have
he's
that,
closer. At least he doesn't. At least this guy is not questioning the fact that this was a psyop.
Right. The bunkers exist. They already dug those out in the 50s. What I'm curious about is why this is being called military and why it's shaped like Solomon's Temple.
So Tammy Marler says, and she's got an MBA. She says if it was a psyop, it was to accomplish a whole lot more than just a ballroom.
That's right.
Well, I agree with you there.
She's right.
Yeah.
Because don't forget the FISA. Trump wants to betray you all with the and himself apparently. Remember, he said certain aspects were misused. Which ones, Trump? The ones where it was against you?
She says boost sentiments for Trump's GOP, pass and strengthen FISA, deflect from the Iran war and Epstein, to legitimize Erica Kirk's big security lie to restore her image and recapture U.S. youth. Well done, Tammy Barlow. But I think there's a lot more to that idea of the bunker as being a temple, or it's got
There's
something.
a lot more to it.
It's got something to do with Israel. I'm telling you. And Trump always does the bidding of Israel because they got him somehow. Well, you guys are so retarded. Who gives a shit about a ball? Okay, well that's why we know you're fake because it's not about a ball. Okay. So what? The incentive for the Patsy Allen? What was his incentive? He was MK Ultra. It's like they all are.
What's your incentive to say this stupidity? You're a bot. He's a bot like you. Sometimes they're human bots.
Are you also alleging some kind of manipulation or mind control powers by the CIA to trick Allen into spending several weeks planning, penning, or manifesting? No, I just think he was just a lone nut for no reason. And even though he knew he wasn't even close to the president, he decided to start shooting some security guys for no reason.
By the way, the thing where they always have their manifesto on them, and
Yes.
I guess he wrote the manifesto like partway through the shooting, I guess. There was no security here when I got it. When did he write it? Why do very smart people get taken by, oh, you like Zionism? Oh, look at one life. This is fake. These are all fake people, dude. They're all IDF and fucking see every Intel Five Eyes bullshit.
Yeah, they just happened to find a deranged teacher from the West Coast willing to spend the rest of his life in prison so they could build the ballroom.
This is all the
They
same.
didn't happen to. They didn't just happen to.
But you see this? They're all saying the exact same statement. Why would a guy be willing to do that?
Yeah.
To throw his life away? Why is it all of you are saying the same thing? Because that's how it works when you're getting those clip bounties. You all got to put in your own words, but all say the same thing. Like you could refute it every time if you want, but they're going to keep saying it. And that's how it works. That's how you put stupid phrases. So when I would say to friends of mine that are smart, why would the ICE cops have masks on? Why would it be okay to have masked policemen? And they go, because they might be doxxed. And I'm like, can you hear what you're saying, you fucking idiot? A cop being doxxed. Their name is on your badge, you could complain in case they stick something up your butthole, which they tend to do. So, do you not get that? Oh, I forgot because I read it 3 repeated things. It's all it takes. It's very easy to control people. I gotta start doing that. I don't know why.
So anyway, as predicted, Grandpa on cue. And by the way, that there's a lot of people who agree with me. I that tweet. Let me go to it. I just tweeted it out. I had such hope for Grandpa. I really did.
I knew it. He's part of the fucking old guard. How he wouldn't be in there. You know, people always try to say Massey this and that, but I haven't seen Massey do what Rand Paul did. And when he does, then I'll go, okay, you're right about Massey. Oh, you see what Massey said about how there's a secret interpretation that's top secret of the FISA rulings that you're not allowed to see?
No.
You have to go to the SCIF to see the Supreme Court's top secret ruling interpretation of that law, and no one's allowed to know. Does that sound like America's real country to you?
So here's Rand Paul's tweet. I'm dropping a bill tomorrow. Let's build the ballroom. and that has 10,000 likes.
Shows that he's very ICM aware, and he's not gonna blow up the pots when he's covered, or if he does, it's gonna be in a very selective way. Few good hands, few good bluffs. Here, I think Clemens understand that Nicolaitis is the shortest stack. He's gonna have a bunch of raise fold. It's very tempting to have raise fold with a lot of hands here. Maybe ace 9 off, ace 10 off, like all the bottom of your range. You kind of want to raise fold. So I think Clemens was thinking about just 3-betting. Yeah, the rest of the hand is gonna just play out. This is the best board for Nicolaitis, probably. His bluffs have an ace. Interesting that he just checks. I think I would just bet everything. You don't mind stacking up this hand, and you have so many aces. What? Anything you're quite sure you want to show, you could just raise, and they usually have an ace in them. I'm running the show today. That's what's happening. I think Kevin has a very decent reshove. Yeah, this is fairly standard, to be honest. Such a good hand. Even when Nicolaitis has queens or something, you have decent amount of equity. And we just saw he did it with King Nine suited, so it's just an unfortunate setup. There's the covering stack that Kevin was. You can play really good splashy. You don't mind losing a few chips. But those few chips that you're risking, they are worth so much more for the opponent when they're covered. So you can play more aggressive. You can have more bluff, just mathematically speaking, pre-flop when you cover. That's flat CS10 here. I think that's fine. I think being so deep and in position, you can really flat quite a lot of hands. You don't need to 3-bet all those hands of you. It's back.
Alright, back I think, maybe? You hear me?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I got that blue screen. Not fun. That's a scary one. Hopefully, hope it holds,
Yeah.
but all good. Back, anything I missed? Anything exciting? We're still 9-handed?
Yeah, we had a min raise from your boy Nicolaitis with 10 bigs, took down a small pot, and then the very next hand he had aces and doubled up versus Kelvin, which is also your boy. So at least you're not pre-rolling me here, but.
Alright. Here we go. Ace Jack suited, Queen 6, so hearts are available, not good for not at least he's against the player, it's open wide, and here we go. See what he comes up with here.
I think he's considering reshoving probably for the same kind of benefits I mentioned, where they fold queen 10 off, queen 9. Like, problem is that he's very shallow, so unless he gets called by king queen off.
Yeah. So he steps into it and now needs some help. Needs some running straights. That is part of that equation. So he's got a 6 queen or an 8 and a queen. So aggression rewarded. And Alex, made not. That's not obviously that's a hand to call with, but he's in there playing big pots. Had a chance for a knockout. Put himself at 7.7. Describe the field will stay 9-handed. So here we go. We are in a battle. This is an absolute battle. It is going to be no knockouts yet. We are 25 minutes in, and nice hands, some pair-on-pair action here. And could Necklace get in trouble here?
Yes, exactly. Knowing Necklace, that could very well go to big bet, full bet shove.
Yeah, also a guy Nicholas just knows very capable, right? He knows this player is realizing this is late positions. He's going to have some light 3-bets more than normal. And he does that full bet, he's going to be 4-1. Okay, at times, worst case, he is in trouble. Sixes need help. First queens does get the jack 9-8. 91% of the time, this is going to hold. He has picked up a 7, 6-7, or a big double. And it is an 8, not great for Nicholas. As Nicolaitis, look at that. That was at 22-1. Up to 4.3 and in second place, third place, and the mystery hand is awarded here. So let's play it with Thomas, see what he does. King queen suited from Victor. He's staying quiet. Let's see what Victor can come up with. This is a pretty hand, but also one of those hands, right? You got to play post flop a lot. You get some weird spots, and see how he does with this.
Again, a spot where Nicolaitis could have a leading range. He elects not to. Being Victor should just check pretty often.
Okay, so small bet does have the overs, backdoor flush, king high draw there. The 8 now comes. This is the blind. I mean, when you look at the small blind here, right, you're thinking a lot of pairs, suited broadways, type hands. What is now when you get called here though? What's the play? You don't turn the additional equity.
You should lead turn here again. Like the big stack can really kind of do whatever you want, and when you check call here, you don't have many bluffs. Like you don't have king 10 off, so you have pocket pairs, you have 9x, you have so I think I would have led pretty often from small blind, value protection, whatever you have, 5-6, pocket 7s, doesn't really matter. So are we trying to guess what he has? That's the idea, depending what he does.
Alright, so he's gonna rip it. And the queen on the river. Wow, tough spot. I mean, you hit your hand, but you're beating only bluffs. And what bluffs are we talking here at the moment?
First, what value hands? I would say value hands is like 8s. I want to call. I think it's too easy to just have pocket 8s, nothing else. I don't know how Nicolaitis is aware of ICM post flop and everything, and that he can have a leading range and everything, but I would discount 9-8, I would discount 9s and 6s, like all those hands that could lead, check raise, do some bunch of stuff. But hands that never almost check raise and leads are like ace-jack suited, ace-10 suited. So those are the hands I had in mind.
That was didn't get long to discuss it. Head on nail on the head there. That was a bluff, and that's tricky, right? You're gonna play king queen suited. You're gonna make your hand on the river. You actually get there and then fold. Tough spot, but I mean, again, is a player capable? What hands he's repping? He's got suited broadways. He's got pairs. And then if it's pairs, is it a set, right? Otherwise, probably not going to 7s, the hands like that, not just necessarily going to be shoving. So very Very interesting. Would have liked to see him think longer. He didn't think that long about it. Very nice play from Nicolaitis, and he is quickly in a very healthy part of the tournament field there, kind of tied for second. So very nice spin up from him so far. Queen. Wow, tough hand. Very exciting hand, and we still will go on 9-handed as we see Simon on the button, and then a blind on blind versus two players that are willing to play pop. So we start the lift and cut off the taxi 7-4 off one of those hands. You can see covering by that much part. A hand you would think could definitely raise, right? That's one of the ones that is just one of the lower quality hands that don't mind trying to get some calls from those limps. Does cut back and flops huge. Top pair gut shot versus now just 2 overs.
This is disastrous bet. This is a terrible board, and you just don't bust. You don't have any 2 pair. Probably you don't have 7-3 off, 5-3 off, 6-4 off. So yeah, that would be a easy check. I think picked up the 10, so he might win a much bigger pot than I would have. He's now he's gonna get paid. Is shown, or he's gonna just lose a bigger pot. He's shown that he's here to play big pots. So I think I played. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Wow, what a hand. I mean, what an absolute hand. I'll tell you what, like I said, he came just ready to play today. 7-4, gonna lock the doors, get our first knockout, and King 10. That is a dramatic run out from ahead, behind. Did the whole yo-yo roller coaster there and then got it in. And that is a crazy spot. 472 on the turn into another full amount of stacks going in. And I'll tell you what, Alex is fearless. He has found himself a knockout hand there as he is in great position today. I will say this, Thomas, the kind of you passed on him first. Of course, there's several players that with similar stacks, right? Inexperienced, at least from the results we're aware of. This stakes and stage, but he does seem capable to finish. He's aggressive. He goes for knockout blows. He puts pressure. He definitely has the properties to win. He is not. He's not sitting back on a ladder trying to get heads up and maintain or just sort of. He's going for it. That's for sure.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a nice heads up versus Clemens, and then eventually I'm probably gonna win the bet, but it's gonna be a nice battle.
Long way to go. I got faith in Kelvin too. He's streamer. Don't forget that. Also on the Poker Millionaires there on the GG Poker channel. You guys can check that out. An in-depth look behind the scenes, kind of his daily life and what it's like to be a professional poker player, father, family man, and also playing at the biggest stakes and kind of run up. Really well done from GG and the team there. So you guys, please check that out. As we get a link for that, I'll ask them to put that in there. From there, as we see the payout today, lower left and upper left. Where the blinds go up, so every 20 hands, and got some reasonable holdings here. 9s and ace jack suited. And that's gonna do it. That was just a full. It was an open and a full.
Yeah, I think he could probably VIP that pocket 9s. I think he's probably in a mindset where he doesn't want to flat versus the big stack. I think when you pass the threshold of like 35 bigs in position, you can start just playing post flop and flatting, like 40, 50, like you want to play pots, you want to flat. At 30, I would just also probably fold, and at 25, same. He had like over 35 bigs, 37, so I think I might have flatted, especially that he covers Rodrigo. Rodrigo was in the big one. That's a pretty big deal, actually. Like, if the chip leader is in the big blind, you don't want to flat, you don't want to invite the chip leader in the pot. But if you cover the big blind, then you can usually play a little bit more hands.
Crazy start today. We have seen some big action, big moves, and we do have our first knockout as we see kings here. This isn't going to be a cooler. Kind of just signing it open. The ace 10 off under the gun, 8-handed, sort of at the minimum opening range, and he gets met with resistance and doesn't compound that. And I mean, tell me about Alexei Vandyshev, who went out. I mean, he came with the 9-5 suited, 4-betting early. He definitely came aggressive. And what do you think about that? Is that just kind of in his mind? He's like, look, I'm going to try to. There's a lot of money up top. I'm going to try to really go for it or go out, and it just being able to live with that. It seemed like he did come in with a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the 9-5 was okay. I'm gonna play aggressive, and then he got 3-bet by the chip leader. So I was okay. That guy's just gonna 3-bet too much. I mean, the 9-5 is obviously out of line, but as an idea of 4-betting aggressively versus your chip leader, I thought it was still like it's a fun idea. But the king 10 was weird because it was just overplaying his hand. And, I like the lead by Clemens here. I'm not sure about 9-3-3. It's maybe too dry, but like even just a 9-5-3, 9-6-3, like all those connected textures, why not? 9-3-3 is maybe very, very dry. But yeah, Alex was definitely. I would have wanted to see him playing deeper and battling.
And yeah, this is Rodrigo. Says has to call 100% of the time for that sizing. He is drawing stone dead as we know it. Doesn't improve, but look, ace high, going to be good there frequently too. And this is actually saying all in. As I guess, right, you have the 9 and they have hands that have to hero you, so he does shove. I mean, how big of a difference is it to have 5s here versus ace high if you're Rodrigo, for example? Your idea to call it out.
I think what you want to do is just block the 9x of your opponent. So say you would have ace 10 of heart, then you block ace 9 of heart, you block 9-10 of hearts. So that's like a better call. If you have 5s, you don't block any 9x. So I would say that's the main goal. That's the main thing you look for as Rodrigo here is blocking the 9x. I don't think Clemens is value betting pocket 4, so I don't think having 5s or side matters too much. I could see a world where Clemens, maybe not Clemens, but somebody bluffs ace high on that run out. You know, sometimes you get called and each up. So if I think my opponent is crazy enough or creative enough to do that, maybe 5s then becomes like a good call because sometimes he has ace high.
Jack opening ace 10, another hand very close. And he is going to go ahead and put pressure on Rodrigo. It really comes down to knowing what players like this stack up their tendencies. Are they willing to kind of play these type of modest holdings to get back involved, or are they just playing tight? And he's basically saying here he's putting Rodrigo to the test and asking him if he's willing to play for this whole tournament, and he's not. So he's kind of off a nice semi-bluff hand, right? It was the best hand. It's a decent hand, not a great hand, but when you're covering by that much, one hand too late for Rodrigo, although he is going to likely get. This could be a very interesting pot. This could be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got plenty of takers here. We're depending on Simon, because there's a chance. I mean, Simon could. Normally, you would think flat. He's covering is the button. He might want to not invite others in 3-bet, right? That makes sense. The 3-bet trying to get in versus Rodrigo, right? Alex sucked in here. Rodrigo likely just gets that extra 330, which is a lot considering his stack size. And then Alex will come in, and Simon will find a cue to bow out here, I guess, with the 10. So that's going to be a good spot for Rodrigo to get some very, very extra value on those chips. 336, there's 80. He's got 500 plus the double. He could get 2.8. huge pot, 4-1 favorite. Alex in trouble. Alex is leading to strike, or we will see if North Carolina some change there.
Lori turns to Rigo, yeah, picks up Rigo spot. Many people got saved money here. Simon got some money saved. Calvin as well had sevens in the big line. He's lost nothing.
All right, Ace Jack opening. A lot of notes today, a lot of hands in the game. I put the link out. I don't know if I put that out for you guys. $50 cash, pin Jeff Gross, access. Put that out for you again. With Occupy over at the moment, but I mean, it's a, you could explain better if you can talk about it. You said it on the start of the show. Explain a little bit about the course of the relationship with Occupy, please.
Yeah, so Occupy just opened the Academy, Octopi Academy, which is a brand new branch that's gonna be dedicated to the content space, right? Coaching content. Octopi is a very ambitious, creative team, so they don't just want to create content. They really want to kind of reinvent how poker is learned, make it more fun, make it more active, interactive, gamify everything. So I'm in charge of the academy, and to celebrate that, we have launched a course that starts on Monday. And in a nutshell, it's 15 lessons that we thought were the most important because before a big series. Right, it's 15 topics that we break down. We go, an advanced level, and we plug leaks. We show you how to play well, but in my opinion, the most fun and the most interesting part of the course is that for every topic, we ran experts, we ran customizations on how to explore the population, different profiles, when it goes to reg, an aggressive reg, a type reg. You get to see how we exploit pretty much every type of player in all those 15 topics. So that was a lot of fun to shoot also, and I learned. Again, as always, when I coach and when I shoot content, I learned a ton of stuff.
Very cool. Check that out on Occupy. The next one, again. And we'll put that there. That's very cool. How long have you been working with Occupy?
I joined, April? I joined this month, so it's a very new project. Very exciting, lots of creative power, lots of resources. There's really a lot of room to make some excellent content, so it's very exciting.
Who would benefit the most? Like someone that is a beginner? Is it someone that's intermediate? Has been playing for years? What buy-in level? What would you say is like the core target person that would benefit the most from this?
So I would say it's best if you are not a complete beginner. Like it's not for a complete beginner. It's best if you have at least
relationship.
Yeah, I've been with Chuck for about 3 years now. Really nice guy, so kind.
We love Chuck. I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy right before to tear me up though. Amateur pimp, fresh out of prison, really bad guy. Used to put cameras in my house, film me without my consent. Still kept seeing him though.
Sometimes you just literally need the chaos.
Yeah, I just wasn't ready for the nice guy Chuck, who I'm dating now and will definitely see this interview. I remember when we first started dating, he bought me a trip to Aspen.
Love it.
I did miss the flight because I ended up sucking off the fry cook at Bob Evans, who lost custody of his children for, how do I say this, violence resulting in a loss of his son's vision.
That happened.
Now, remember that night as he was hanging me over the balcony demanding I transfer money into his friend's commissary, thinking to myself, should I have just gone to Aspen?
Don't do that, baby. You weren't ready for the nice guy yet.
I really did just have to experience 20 to 30 bad boys in a really short stretch of time while Chuck, the nice guy, who will definitely see this podcast, waited for me patiently.
The world needs more Chucks.
But I guess I just wasn't done pursuing the bad boys, like Devin, for example.
Devin.
Really bad guy. Used to put down
A
cats.
veterinarian.
Recreationally, no formal training. Used to strangle them with his bare hands while he yelled obscenities at strangers on the street corner, chop them up after.
Aggressive.
Used to call me collect, let me know he wants to come over, and I'd have to cancel with Chuck. And I would just ignore Chuck's calls as Devin would weigh out drug portions in my living room for weeks at a time with some of his unhoused associates and have sex with me as he pleased.
Still not ready for the nice guy Chuck.
He's so nice.
He sounds like the nicest guy.
Even then, Chuck would come over after and help me clean the cat entrails off the sofa and bed sheets that Devin and company left.
And that's when you realized you were ready for the nice guy.
Still no, there was the married guy who wore a disguise on dates, the man who emptied out my mom's pension,
Oh.
Chuck's unemployed brother, a couple conjugal visits with Jared Fogle, but I do remember leaving the abortion clinic one morning, catching my reflection in the mirror, seeing my black eye and thinking, what was that nice guy's name again?
Chuck.
No, I was thinking of my tantric yoga instructor, but after he turned out to also be a not nice guy who demanded nudes from all my friends, I thought to myself, what was that other nice one's his name?
The one who will definitely see this interview. We love you, Chuck.
So this is Chicago, eh? It's nice. I do not find it to be the least bit windy. Although, probably will continue. I'm doing it for my daughter.
Dolly Parton, just big. That's just those huge tits on her gravestone. That's what she's known for. Here, wise tits.
Her gravestone sculpted. Tits sculpted.
Yeah.
What worshipping thing did she do? What did she do?
She called Lucifer. She was with Jennifer Aniston and someone, and she was drinking champagne, and she said something like praise God. It just seemed too. It's around. That's right. It's in that interview right there. Reveals something. It's in that interview.
Rings a bell.
Yeah. No, not that one. The other one where they're sitting side by side.
Computer, read summary of the
that-
website.
It's in that. It's in that. At the end of that interview, she says it.
She
Well,
says,
whatever.
I'm tits, my body.
But she basically just. I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, just look at her.
Says it all. It's like that shit. It's just like the cringy like Lady Gaga shit. Where she's always doing like.
They're starting to come out a little bit like talking like that.
Yeah.
They're getting ballsy. As the older people die off, they get ballsier.
Like I'm gonna be the new. Lady Gaga's her costuming is second to none. That's just in the wrong
She's got good
direction.
ones.
It's just crazy how good they are. Like they're all like devil shit, but like the quality of the costuming is so high. It's like it's so goofy. It's like man, she really hit them like
Grace Jones grade.
yeah, like it's like damn. I saw her one with like
Let's see a cigarette.
there were things coming out of her sleeves where I was like, damn, that's a pretty good attention to detail. Around her like stage direction. She's whatever she did, she hired the top stage coordinator is just unfortunately
She's more into the fans.
she's got
The Resident Evil character artists doing herbs.
get
On their stuff.
So get them. I mean, it's amazing. You throw your best friend off a building and then steal her shit.
Is that like the Star is Born? Is that the story?
Yeah, well, she
It's like that.
Her story, she supposedly stole her best friend's
I
stick.
remember that. But that she threw off a building? Is that the
Her
thing?
friend jumped off the building.
Oh, jumped off. Okay, it was like that. Oh, she must have had spring shoes on.
Mm.
And then spring shoes. And then they do another. They do a lot of callbacks in Hollywood. Then she does A Star Is Born. Like they're always doing callbacks to the stuff they did and all that. That's just what they do.
No,
It's
it's
just
A Star Is Born.
Uh,
Is it the movie? The autobiographical?
yeah, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's from the 20s or 30s, so it's another one. But isn't it about someone whose friend dies and then someone takes up the Okay, now it looks like I might be making things up.
No, I think I thought it was like he tried to kill himself and he fails at it.
This was the 1954 film? No, I might be erroneous.
The original 1937 film?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I'm talking about that one. Yeah, I guess that's about the movie. I might have things mixed up.
I think Bradley Cooper plays the guy who I think he attempts to kill himself. I could be way off too. I don't know.
Bradley Cooper. Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Limitless. He's limitless. He's limitless.
I had it hit me like a ton of bricks. First of all, his performance. You've all seen him do his Leonard Bernstein.
No, is it good? Is it the best?
It's the best. Plus, I was floored. I already had to get peeled off the floor after I saw that performance. He directed the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Newman, I have a question about how do you get into character before the scenes where he was like on behind yeah, it was Sean. Oh yeah, Sean. I mean, some of those are kind of good. Like Sean Penn's good. You don't get actors like that anymore. I'm just saying.
Who is Leonard Bernstein?
The conductor. And he scored up probably West Side Story in the 50s and a bunch of other things. But Bradley Cooper did a little bit did an impression of him.
Maestro 2023. Maestro 2023.
He was doing an impression of Bernstein. I thought was very much. There were no limitations.
I think 607 Ung should have did it. He should have did Leonard Bernstein. I had Leonard Bernstein. Wow. Whoa.
Still singing me. No, just go. He isn't used to it.
We got to see him conducting. We'll probably go to sleep and I'm talking about the you know what.
Work with Bradley was incredible.
Who did I miss? Have I missed anyone?
Oh, sorry. That's the piano player.
I've never worked with someone so totally embedded in every part.
A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Bradley is electric. He created an atmosphere that was so immersive and safe that I learned a lot as an actor to really follow my instincts.
Working with Bradley is such an exciting process. He'll throw things at you in the moment in the scene, and he'll improvise with you.
Yeah, I guess I might be better just to see some of the highlights from the conductor because it had me running out of the room. To be honest with you,
We gotta see the conductor.
yeah, I think everything else, unless he's like this, I'm gonna fuck a guy in the ass tonight. I don't even want to see it, unless he's saying something good like that. Oh, is it not? I don't think that's not.
Sure, it's right there.
Huh?
That one.
That's the guy. That's the actual
No,
guy.
that's him. That's Bradley Cooper?
Yes, that's not Bradley Cooper.
Yes, it is.
That looks old.
No, it's not. What that?
Is it?
Yeah. I can tell by his nostrils.
Yeah, they did a good job.
That other one was him too.
This is Bradley Cooper?
Yes. I hope to God it is.
Can't escape.
It's gotta be.
You can't make
What's in
something
the-
look that
what
old.
is
It says in his latest film, Maestro, director Bradley Cooper stars as a.
I posted on X. I sent you this one late,
Sean, I hope you got it.
about LeBron James. If you want some views on your X posts, comments, interaction, I guess post about LeBron James. That he's a piece of. Because then people they go a little crazy. His fans go a little nuts. I posted. I don't know anything about basketball, but I know this guy's a big piece of. LeBron James is a piece of.
That's all I know about basketball. Because I've seen enough clips where this guy falls down. Like he'll just fall down on the court and wince and grimace in pain to get a foul, to get up there and shoot a couple of foul shots. What a fucking way to play any sport. If you're utilizing the ability to fall down over nothing, so you can then attempt to get a couple of foul shots, the guy is just, you shouldn't even be, there should be a penalty for trying to draw a foul by falling on the floor when absolutely nothing happened to you. And this guy apparently, I sound like someone that doesn't know because I don't know, but apparently does this all the time. And it's got to the point where some younger players are doing it. They see that it's worthwhile. You could get a couple of points, foul shots if you do this. And even school kids are doing it, like flopping on the floor. And I guess there's a talent to doing this. If you don't do it all the time, there's a way you can draw a foul and it doesn't look bad. Every one of these guys, this guy's fouls look like no one touched him. He just... We start today with the biggest steel toe fans there are, ladies and gentlemen, and I feel bad that I said anything critical about these guys a couple weeks ago. I apologize. Water under the bridge, boys. The big steel toe fans, they had a choice between a channel with millions of subscribers or steel toe as to who did the better show. And the boys from Keno Casino chose the toe. Thank you. Yes. Steel Toe rising up the ranks every single day. Let's listen to the boys. PPP, Ashton, Andy Worski. Let's listen to them talk about how much better the toe is than Jeremy from the quartering.
Move the sacks. I mean, does it want him over here?
This was, by the way, to set up this clip. On Wednesday, we were doing a show that's basically a parody of John's shows. It was the worst show we've ever done. It was so bad, and it was terrible on purpose. I saw a clip. Mersh was like, Aaron doesn't even know how to snipe right. He's not even a good sniper. Hey, retard. I was making fun of people who that's all they have to do on their show. It was, and by the way, his reaction proved that it worked perfectly. So one of the things we were doing was I was yelling at the audience. I was like, get Jeremy on the phone. I kept yelling to get random people on the phone. And obviously the quartering's not going to come on Steel Toe. He was doing some kind of a gaming stream. And our audience goes into his chat and is like, go on Steel Toe, go on Steel Toe. I didn't even think that the quartering, who, you know, he may be gay and whatever. We may have made fun of him for years, but he's a big channel. He's a really big channel. And he actually responded to some of the people in his chat saying that he should go on Steel Toe.
But I never heard of the fucking dude. I'm not going on whatever.
Steel Toe, he's shitting on Steel Toe.
How do you fucking show he thinks he has?
Steel Toe may actually have more live viewers.
I don't know. On a shitty morning show, on a bad day, we've got 600. Yesterday, we had 1,100 legit. I mean, over 3,000 phones watching, but 1,100 legit. Yeah, I would say we probably do have more viewers than when Jer's doing these gaming streams. I mean, we have more viewers than a certain fake lawyer.
I think that he gets certainly more donations.
Oh, another win for the toe. Thank you to the casino boys. Where is it?
Kidding. I'm not even kidding that he does, because quartering gets like between $0 and $30 a stream.
Steel Toe murks the quartering.
Yes.
Another W from the toe. For the toe.
All right, somebody tell Worski it's another win for the toe. Don't shorthand my shit, okay? Me and Copium worked very hard on that branding, and we're going to keep it right and just. It is right, and it is truly right and just to say another win for the toe.
Yeah, Steel Toe.
Never heard of that.
Oh! Steel Toe is a better performer. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? It's so nice to finally get my flowers from PPP. It's great that Ashton can admit that. He didn't say it with, like, bile in his mouth. He didn't even have to choke it down. He just came out with it, matter of fact. Boom! Steel Toe is a better performer. Goddamn right.
Okay, not it. If I had to watch Steel Toe or Jer, like, but like, I would probably watch Steel Toe.
Another win for the toe, because he's big.
If you're
He
driving
still
road
have
trip,
Buddy in the one podcast. Still have Buddy in the wheelchair. Like, Rings podcast.
Everybody knows who Johnny is. The world is coming up Johnny.
Be the worst podcast that's out there. Like, it's worse than like conversations that happen in old folks' homes around a board game table.
I'm better than old folks'
I would
homes.
rather listen to that.
it's so funny.
Interested in doing it. No disrespect. I hope they're very successful.
Today we're at Gilligan's Bar in Scottsdale, Arizona, a popular spot with locals renowned for good times, good grub, and allegedly the largest liquor collection in the entire state. Now, I don't give a fuck about that. My sister drinks enough for both of us, but what I am interested in is their legendary corn dog challenge. Yeah, legend has it, if you can eat 20 of their jumbo corn dogs inside 1 hour, not only is the meal free, but you get a $50 gift certificate too. No t-shirt, sadly. Oh god, getting Nickelback. That's not a good sign. Alright, here we go. The legendary Gilligans. If I've done my job, it probably doesn't look that dark, but it is really dark now. Oh, hi, how's it going?
You got this in 20 minutes.
You think I got this in 20?
Man, I got told me some guy was coming in to do the challenge. I think you got it in 20. I've seen you before.
Oh, there's a food challenge menu. Look at that. I did not know that there was more than one food challenge here. There are 6, no less. Colon buster. I think I skipped that one. Attention, these food challenges can produce adverse reactions, including, but not limited to, heart, stomach, gut, or vision and hearing problems. Do not think of complaining about how sick you may become after doing any of these challenges. Thank you. Fair warning. Pretty much situated, and plenty of my friends have been here to do some of the various challenges. The only person that's seen do this one is Katina, and she did it 14-14, so I guess that's the time to beat. Ooh, I think it's almost ready. You know what? This, I think, is going to be a little more difficult than it perhaps looks on the surface. What do you reckon those are, like 300 calories each? Easy. 6,000 calories. Not that calorie count is what makes it difficult. You would have dropped him? That would have made for a much funnier video. Alright, today I'm at a place called Gilligan's Bar, which is in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I'm taking on the 20 corn dog challenge. They actually have 6 different food challenges. But I'm doing the corn dog ones because it sounds a lot of fun. And if you do it, you get the whole meal for free and a $50 bar tab. Is that correct? That's correct. Yeah? Under an hour. Alright, okay. I've seen one person do this 14 minutes, 14 seconds. So I guess that's the time to beat it. 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you very much. That was perfect. Yeah, an intensely enthusiastic countdown there. Just what the doctor ordered. In a bar which is almost entirely empty. Save for drunk Australian guys. But anyway, welcome back to the episode. No, I'm like 25% of the way through, I think. Everyone does it fails. Let's do some mustard. Huh? This guy has already made the video, if you ask me. Potential NPC of the Year award winner for sure. And although I don't know at this point, he's actually made a bet on me with the bar staff that'll break the record time. You guys have root beer? Yeah. Close enough. Can I get a Dr. Pepper? Thank you. These corn dogs are delicious, man. They're really good. Oh, thanks, man. That's Commonwealth solidarity. Don't worry with Dr. Pepper. Bit of a change up from Diet Coke, I guess. Yummy. Yeah, I mean, truth be told, I've never had a bad corn dog. These suckers are top notch. They're accompanied by ketchup, mustard, and ranch dressing, each of which come in handy, but you don't have to finish them. Well, 75% of the way there. 9 minutes 30. I never could figure that out, you know. 2 sausages at a time. Yeah, I'm not doing badly here. I realise I'm eating these things in fairly expeditious fashion, but you do get 1 whole hour in which to finish to claim victory. If you do so, not only is the $40 meal free, but you get $50 worth of bar vouchers too, which is handy, assuming you want to end up in the same condition as my Antipodean acquaintance here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll as always. I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, this is Bibby Spoon, and that was Gilligan's 20 corn dog challenge. Not from something that small. That is pretty easy, yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Don't worry about it. 25 and over. Oh.
People have tried it, failed.
Yeah? 10? That's awful. He ate 6 and threw up. The Dr. Pepper actually turned out to be a very useful tactical aid. No dessert menu, sadly. Just have to enjoy REM for pudding. Could be worse. You had a beer on it. Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, it's like Disneyland money, alright? Cool. Gilligan's books. How many of those you had?
Since I've been here, probably 4 or 5.
Nice.
Yeah. But since you've been here, I'll probably stay around for about 10 more.
I have one with you, but I got to drive home. So.
No, for sure.
These are the Gilligan's books. Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Cheers. They're cool. I kind of want to keep those, instead of spending them. Are they exchangeable? Can I give one to this guy? Yeah. There you go, man.
Oh, man.
No worries, enjoy.
Thank you, brother.
I think I'm going to keep all of this one, just in case they've got the footy on this week. I couldn't watch it. They probably won't. Nice to meet you all. Have a good one.
Bye.
Enjoy the beers, brother.
Thank you, brother.
No dessert? Come on now. Wrong side. Every time I come out here, I do that. Surprised I haven't forgotten to drive on the right side of the road yet. Matter of time before that happens. Look at that. Busted. Oatmeal cream pie wrapper. Love those things. This looks a bit big. Alright. Another beautiful day in Vegas. I'm at a place called La Vecindad today. Doing battle with the Giant Torta Challenge. That's Giant Torta, not Giant Tortoise. Although to be fair, I would give it a try. Imagine I eat one whole tortoise inside an hour and you get the meal free. You don't have to shell out any money. Yeah. I don't know, this challenge just gets worse. To tell you the truth, I have no idea what a torta is. Although I suppose therein lies the adventure. We're going to find out if the food's as good as their commitment to exterior decor, then it's going to be good. How's it going on, boy? Interesting hat you're wearing there. Bit warm for that, don't you think? Yeah, just one. Yeah. I spoke to somebody on Instagram and they said I could come do the big torta challenge thing. It's a very nice place. Looks very nice from the outside. Smells very nice from the inside. I don't know what that smell is, but it smells delicious. Right, see if it mentions it on the menu. There it is. That's a big, I guess it's a sandwich, right? Some type of sandwich, I guess. Up for a challenge. La Super Torta Cubana. $45.99. Or free if you can do it in 23 minutes. Right, I just saw him cooking it, and I'm almost certain that I'm going to lose. Because it's flipping massive. So, I hope I can get it done. I'll do my best, but you only get 23 minutes, so hopefully I have a good day. Yeah. We'll see.
I think it's coming. I think that's me. Thank you. That's so cool. I don't even know how I'm gonna eat this.
What you have right there is our famous Cuban sandwich with the ingredients. Let's go ahead and start with chorizo, which is pork, right? We also have bacon, we have beef, we have breaded meat, we have ham, eggs, lettuce, American cheese, beans, and all the veggies that you can line off, right?
Nice. And you get 23 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The cash price is going to be $100.
There's a cash prize.
Yeah, it is. Correct.
All right. I'll see. I'll do my best. Good to go, yeah?
Yeah.
I can start? All right. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna warn you in advance. I'm gonna spend a lot of this video laughing at myself and the inherent absurdity in trying to eat a sandwich this large in 23 minutes. What's up, Johnny? Welcome back to that episode. Today we're in Las Vegas again at La Vecindad, taking on the Super Torta Cubana Challenge. And that guy's dressed like a giant ant for some reason. Anyway, if you can swing down inside 23 minutes, not only is the meal free, but you win $100 too. Lose, and it's the best part of $50.
I don't think this is happening. I don't think it's happening. My favorite part so far is the breaded beef.
Yeah, evidently this one is so intimidating. It's making my voice break. I sounded like the bully teenager from The Simpsons for a second. The breaded beef was delicious though. Difficult to eat quickly, much like a lot of this stuff. Ooh, this guy's taking a picture. But yeah, the beef was yummy, no doubt.
Oh, there's too much chewy stuff. Oh, I haven't even tried the Spanish sausage yet. 23 minutes isn't enough, man. It's not enough. It tastes good. It tastes good. What? There is no way I'm anywhere near that. That guy's crazy. I might have to get a doggy bag. The eternal indignity of the doggy bag. It looms. I'm not gonna bother with the lettuce. We'll leave that till the end. Never ending.
Yeah, I think the cold, hard reality of an impending loss is starting to hit me now because there's less than 10 minutes left. That's a lot of food to eat in 10 minutes. A heck of a lot of food.
Huh? Not enough time. Not enough. It's delicious though. It's really nice. I need something that's not chewy. Give me some bread. I think there's bread under here.
Yeah, I'm just going for something soft, honestly, at this point. This one is delicious, but it is really difficult. I mean, I think it can be done, but it would take great ability.
Oh. I just hit a really spicy piece. I've got 1 minute left. 1 minute. It can't be done. It can't be done.
Right, boss, you're out of time, right? Good luck next time. Yeah. I know.
Don't draw attention to me. I feel like you should only get that if you win.
Yeah, we say like.
That wasn't even close. Look how much food is left. How are we supposed to do that in 23 minutes? Even when I was like good in 2019, I wouldn't do that in 23 minutes. Sorry, man, I made a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask you if you haven't. I don't really feel like I deserve dessert. But do you have a dessert menu?
Well, right here, we have lamb. I don't know if it's something new, but it's
What's the best? Which is the best one? Yeah, can I try some of that? Yeah, thank you. No, I didn't even get close to finishing, man. Really? Miles away. That's so hard. 23 minutes. It's 23 huge. Minutes? You only get 23 minutes to finish it, man. Yeah.
That's massive. I was looking at that thing like, is that a baby?
Right, I know I haven't learned it, but let's try some of this.
The quartering situation continues to disintegrate. Horsky, quartering alert. He apparently has deleted his entire Discord. And Kino Blade Chronicles, we got too close to the truth. Stream Standard says, confirming the Discord has been deleted. Both the free and paid servers may be gone. Join our Discord and they click the links and not found. Invalid invite. Cody Camelot says, hiding the evidence. Warski followed the quartering caught. The messages quartering were sent on Facebook that were, quote, harassment were sent by a person who is friends with Jeremy on Facebook. Interesting. So this is wild too. Again, lie after lie and deceit and running and hiding and deleting information, all in a day's work. This is from the people saying, yo, Quarter, Jeremy Smollett, your friend/follower on Facebook, and you staged this. Nice try, you fat, ignorant bum. This is the screenshot from the quartering trying to pull the victim card and say, here's a receipt of someone attacking me. We finally have tangible evidence that someone's coming at me. Here it is. Please, KYS Jeremy Hamlin. Please do that today, Jeremy Hamlin. Who manages your account? I hope they do. Draw it, Jeremy. He said, Jeremy Hamlin. He dead yet? Then he shows the profile as like proof of, oh, this is who he is. This is the person that is attacking me and threatening me and all these hateful messages that I gotta be honest, guys, I get these, I don't even check my spam inbox anymore, but I used to get these on the daily. Like, not even joking, especially during the peak of Alyssa Mercante suing me. These were coming through often, very often. This is Jeremy Hamley on Facebook. Oh, would you look at that when Wade DeWell shows up there as one of his friends. But wait a second, Jeremy. I thought that this person was being really mean to you and that you have to deal with this stuff. Wonder how Jeremy will ever recover from this situation. And then they said this was Casino Country. I understood that reference. You guys are dumb. Someone can follow you without being friends, even if he was friends with them on Facebook. They can't follow you. No, you have to accept a friend request on Facebook. You can't just be following someone and be listed as a friend. That's not how Facebook works. They can request you as a friend, but you have to accept them. But this is only the beginning of the downfall of the latest. I feel like this guy is an endless content fountain with just every single day of the poor me. Look at how mean everyone's being to me. And then I'm just trying to do my job over here. Bad Banner says, the quarter released a video about the White House Correspondents' Dinner Shoot. It's about as low effort as you can imagine. Here's a compilation.
Breaking news. Just got word there was a attempt on President Trump's phone.
So he recorded the entire video after that intro with just the muted audio and then uploaded it without checking anything. Just uploaded it. Like, bro.
Okay, there's a lot coming out right now, covering it in real time.
Administration is here. The Secretary of Education is seated right next to me.
He's still talking while they're talking. It's if they're muted in it that he can be heard. This is amazing. Big Budgie says, surely this cannot be real. Andy Warski from Gino Casino. The Quarters uploaded a video about the Trump assassination attempt, but he was muted for half the video. Brutal.
And her security just said, confirmed that there was a shooter in the lobby. It's not clear where. Obviously, it's a very big hotel in the lobby.
What do you... Oh, my God. Anyways, Andy Warski continues. The Quarter gets deleted his Trump video. After a promo video exposing the failure of his views and after exposing that his audio was muted for 75% of the video.
video deleted in the last few days. We'll explain more on Kick at 8:30 p.m. Yeah, this is Pat Barrett. Brittany Fenty brought this up on her stream. The quartering might have significant brain damage from alcohol use. He's pausing like crazy now.
So here's my theory. Here's my theory about the big
What's
cat
up,
thing.
everyone? Jeremy.
Like I've been saying, I think I'm trying to rewind the video. I think that court hurting here. I think he has a little bit of brain damage, a lot of brain damage from the alcohol abuse, and so I think we're seeing that in real time. I'm going to show you guys the timestamp. This is from his Jeremy Hambley channel. This is from 7 hours ago.
Which, by the way, many of you out there may know someone that struggles with alcoholism. I know a few people in my own life that, yes, this is definitely a thing where they try to speak and it's just like long gaps in between words, and you're just like, that do nothing but grease his ass. You're wonderful. You're amazing. One of these idiots actually was trying to equate him to George Washington.
$2 Dan. That's why I can't hang out with $2 Dan. He's in Tampa begging me to meet up with him, and I can't. The day you decide ball washing $2 Dan was more important than your co-host Deb on your show, I was like, yeah, well, I'm out of the Dan business. I gave you a chance. You fucked it up. And until you apologize to everyone for being a fucking retard, this is what it is. Jesse Angel, let's do a bet like Tom says. We'll all get it right. What do you guys want to bet? How long he'll be gone? What do we bet? Do a bet for John being on. What could go wrong? Let's do a bet like Tom said. We'll get it right. Okay, I'll say, I say 2 weeks. Well, let's say you. What do you say? How long have you gone?
And how amazing he is. I don't even know how you make that similarity, but so
Came off Burf and expresses Birch called the cops on you, Dan never did that. No, I listen, I don't hate Dan. I can't support the guy if he's going into the direction of a guy who's actively trying to strike my channel. Can't. Who's striking other channels. He's literally taking the fun out of all of this because he's a sensitive bitch. I can't do it. Guys, open up your tabs, accept gifted memberships, because guess what? HVAC North came in gifting 5. So, get one. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He's talking about leaving on this April 30th, this Thursday. If it's even more than a day.
How much do you guys want to bet he'll be gone before that? Who wants to bet that John will be gone before April 30th? Let's do that bet. I have a feeling somebody knows something that no one else knows.
Hey, I give it a week. In some way, shape, or form, he will be back on social media, on YouTube in a week. Maybe he'll try to do a different show. Oh, I'm going to do a political show. I have never seen someone more politically retarded than Stuttering John Melendez. He knows nothing about what is really going on in the world. He just, of course, Trump is...
yeah, go to John's Twitter. It's hilarious. It's just retweet Trump's Hitler. It's just, he's a fucking retard.
This and that, and all this...
Go ahead and strike me for calling you a retard, John.
Juvenile take on politics. But ignorant, stupid, childlike thought process John. That's what he goes for. That's the kind of political, hard-hitting politics you'd be getting from him. So he might come back with something like that. But that won't last long. That's what he did last time, actually. He left the Dabbleverse, came back as a talk show. I'm not going to talk about the Dabbleverse. It's going to be the Stuttering John show, and I'm going to do it. And within, like, minutes, he was shit-talking. You shit way up. Like, okay. Because he's incapable, and he knows it. He's not going to get
His take on, regardless of my differences with Anthony, his take on John is spot on. He nails it every time. Reverend Rage in the chat says, Kumi is a strange racist man. His Twitter account is quite disgusting. He's not an educated man. Listen, I'm not a big Anthony Cumia fan. He loses me all the time. I'm definitely not one of his ball washers, but Anthony can be funny, and his takes on things can be right on. And I think he's gotten away with that in life for a long time. We're studying John is just wrong on everything, and he's a fucking piece of shit. That's where we agree. Again, they met the meeting of the families. We all came in, we sat down. We could all agree on that before we move forward to pass some sort of law. What are we doing? Where do we go now? So we'll see what happens with that. Do me a favor and hit the like button. It's free to do. I can use a like button right now. I can use a like button like. Why not? But again, there's no other show on today, and I said, listen, I'm going on live. You guys need content, and I'm going. Oh, look who's in Tampa. This guy, he's on vacation. He's lonely as fuck.
It's like 90% chicks right here. Not that I'm looking for one. I got a beautiful wife, but Chad, if you want a girl, man, or Asians too, if you're into that. Indians.
He knows I'm watching.
Gals are gonna be leaving this California.
This is Dale Mabry. This is Raymond James Stadium, where I live literally 3 miles away from this.
Double secret probation. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You can't be nice. Yo, hit the like if you're in here. Yo, if you're a BTS fan, tell me who your favorite BTS person is.
People watching.
Hit the like. Leave a comment. Tell me where you're at. Let's get it up to 1,000 viewers.
I don't want him striking my channel. John's he's allies with Stuttering John, and we can't have that. It's okay to check in on shows, but I'm not going to rebroadcast, even though that's not a show. It's just him doing live shit. So apparently he's still in Tampa, and he's at Raymond James Stadium. I would meet up with him, but I can't. As long as he's affiliated with Stuttering John, I'm not going down that road. That's just what it is, guys. Call me a dick, call me what you want, but at least I am doing my thing. What are we doing now? Where are we going now? I have a couple things to get to. I guess we'll circle back. What do you want this 2 things of steel toe, and I got gorilla. Thank you, Maud. What do you guys want? And again, if you want in the chat, get yourself a membership. I can't pander to these Melton people. It just annoys me. Firm says no Grillo. Let's watch the toe win again. He needs to win. This is on the rundown sheet. Let's just get rid of it so we can move on. I can exit out. Let's move on to this. This is brand new from Stallion 19. Thanks again to HVAC North for skipping fraud. That was nice.
A quartering shorts. I want to see if I can find. It's really. Oh God, you just search it. And it's just like he's free, his career. Let's see if we can find a few.
Get into this quartering shit. I don't want to follow it. It's annoying, but they keep going with it for some reason. I think JD Straight Shot wants to talk about it.
Is the quartering stealing content? Yeah, here we go. So he takes like the shorts that you see every day, like if you're scrolling through TikTok or Facebook or whatever, he'll take the most popular videos and he'll just add himself with a 7-second little bit in front of it and then just play their content.
What are the oranges for? Well, I bet it tasted good. Let me know what you think.
Go and get your own content, stinky fuck.
Somebody did AI. He did one of
That's the Mersh laugh. He's doing a Mersh laugh. He totally ripped off Mersh's laugh.
those Asian women cooking in the big wok. He's like, "What are the oranges for?" Hold on, wait. What are the oranges for? Is
In
this?
today's totally transformative content, there's a whole lot of people that are wondering what the heck these oranges are for. Let me know in the comments. So there's a reacception happening around a fat guy who steals people's content. Tell me what you think in the comments.
Guys, this is crazy. We're doing it. This is awesome. We're doing like a Jeremy from the Quartering Inception type.
The quartering from the. Oh no. Just killing time waiting for money. Money's down. Who's down? Bruce, you are blocked again? Now I've removed the strike. You want blocked again. Honestly, I don't have to have you here. And the only reason you're
rich and wealthy is to live forever. Life's not getting better; it's getting longer. No one looks at life from 30 years ago. I mean, by the way, some people do, right? You know, I get it. Like, people get more rights. Minority groups get more rights in many cases. So I'm not blind to that. But if you look at life in the 90s,